Okay.
Hi guys, welcome to the Purposewalk podcast. My name is Dr. Ava Igu Brown. I am your life and business strategist. And I'm really excited to have kicked this off this time of the year. The Purposewalk podcast has been something sat on my mind forever. And I kept procrastinating one thing after the other. Life happened. And as a result, I just did not get around to starting it. But thankfully today we have started, and I have with me my first guest on the line, the amazing Sonia Poleon, who is, I call her a multi-entrepreneur, somebody who's doing an amazing job in the world. She's just come back from America. Can you imagine that? Where she's been on CBS and several other stations. I won't take up too much time. I know Sonia has a great way of introducing herself. And I want to welcome one of the, I'm gonna be very sincere about this. I'm gonna welcome not just my business partner and friend, but one of the few people I've come across in a long time in business who's demonstrated ethics, loyalty, and integrity. Welcome to the program. Sonia, you're my first guest.
Yeah. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh. Purposeful podcast where we interview thought leaders walking in their purpose. So Ava, take it away, baby girl.
Girl, Sonia, tell my listeners a little bit about who you are, because I know your bio is big, because guess what? I see it all the time.
Yeah.
But and Sonia, short, darling. Keep it short. And you know, the thing about Purposewalk podcast, there's no fluff here. We're real. We keep it real.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the fluff, because everybody who knows me know we don't do fluff.
Mm-hmm.
So Sonia, tell people who you are and what you're about in the world.
Okay, so listen, everybody knows that my name is Sonia Poleon, all right? I actually love my name, but there's I am multifaceted. I've done so many different things in my life, but to keep it short, my thing is about visibility, getting you and your business visible. So, you know, I'm on the radio, I'm on TV, I'm starting my TV show soon. Okay, but it's all about getting people and their businesses and their services visible so that they can get exposure and ultimately increase their income.
Wow, Sonia. And Sonia, guess what? I know that too well because I work so closely with you. I see this kind of transformation and visibility. I remember something that stands out for me, and that is the Ultimate Media Summit you did. You got names from Forbes magazine, Essence magazine. I was like, oh, this girl don't play. I'm like, girlfriend don't play right here. But that is what you do, Sonia. I've seen your Rolodex, and you've shared contacts with me. And you've given me a lot of visibility through a lot of people that you've connected with me with. So I do know. But Sonia, tell me and tell my listeners, what was the catalyst that made you decide that this is how you want to serve people around you?
Well, do you know what? Back in 2002, I gave up my job. I decided that I no longer wanted to be an employee. I wanted to be the employer, okay? And I gave up my job and I started to work for myself. And along the way, you know, I changed, you know, I had a letting agents, and then I went on to open Children's Day Nursery. Then I had a really beautiful shoe shop. And when I had that shoe shop, actually, in the 2 years that I had that shop, I learned so much about marketing than I did having my business for almost 10 years. So then I kind of like switched over, and people started to come to me, gravitate towards me to ask me, can you help me to start a business? Can you help me to start a business? I don't know what I want to do with my life. And so I started to help them. What I call now is master their hustle.
I love it.
But at the time, I didn't know.
Guys, hold on, Sonia. Guys, you know there's no fluff here. Can you just go to Twitter and hashtag your hustle? I love it. Thank you. Go on, Sonia.
Yeah. So, and what I realized is that, you know, I was good at getting into people's head and getting them to realize what skills and abilities that they had. And, you know, after that, they were just like, disappear into the night and go and start their new business. So that's what I'm about. And then I realized, well, a lot of people start businesses, but they don't really know how to get exposure. So I started the radio. I started inviting people to come onto my show, and they start getting visibility. People be contacting me, saying, that person you interviewed, I need to speak to them about ABC. And so I thought, wow, do you know what I mean? There's a little skill there that I've developed. And so I've started to do the, what do you call it? The Ultimate Media. I've done the Ultimate Media summit, and that kind of like took off. And so I thought, this is an area that I actually enjoy. I enjoy being in the media. I enjoy helping people to get exposure for their business. So hey presto, that's where we got it.
Guess what? That's how we met, isn't it? You were giving me
yes, exactly.
awesome.
Giving you visibility.
I love it. So Sonia, let me ask you a question. So you told us how you got into it. How do you ensure? And I want you to keep it short, sweet, and simple, girlfriend. Because guess what, guys? What you don't know about my guest today is that she is a national radio host. So she knows this stuff, okay? So I'm going to just keep her sweet and sharp. She's on the other end today. So Sonia, tell us, how do you ensure your clients get a good service from you?
Listen, most of my clients I don't really advertise for my clients. Most of my clients are recommended by other people, and it's been like that for the past couple of years. And I work with them on a one-to-one basis. I know it's not always the done thing, because people like to work one-to-many, but when you give somebody a personal service, they go away and they're happy. I have people coming back to me. They don't need to come back to me, but for the holding hands and taking them through the process, it makes them feel comfortable, say, hey, I have to give them what they want.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sonia. Thank you for that. And guess what? I know that because I actually have worked with you side by side closely. And I do know that we share the same ethos of, the lots of clients. We do quality clients in our business. I mean, because I'm into life and business strategy. And I really literally, I had to recalibrate my business, rescale my business, and I now focus on the few clients who I'm going to give the quality of me. So the next question I wanted you to answer for my listeners is that what makes you different in this industry? Because Sonia, guess what? There are many people giving visibility. Like seriously, what makes you different? What makes your service different?
Listen, first of all, I'm heart connected, okay? And you know me, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'll tell it like it is, all right? And people love the honesty. And I'm the kind of person, if I can get it done, I'll get it done. And if I can't get it done, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to pretend and skirt around the issue. I'll tell you that's not my area there. I mean, how many times have I passed people on to you, Ava?
Lots of
times. Exactly. If it's not my area, I'm not going to deal with it. So I like to be honest, open, and like you said, we have integrity. And loyalty.
In this marketplace, thank you, Sonia. In this marketplace, that is far and few in between, because not many people are into integrity. Most people in this business are just about the one big thousand or the 110,000 they can get, and they don't realize the impact and the importance of the word you used earlier, which is referral. The fact that people get great service from you means that they will come for referral.
It's about building relationships. It's not a one-hit wonder, I remember in marketing, 80% of your income is going to come from 20% of your customers. And if you keep your customers happy, they're going to keep on coming back. But once that link is broken, once that trust is broken, once that integrity goes out the window, that's it. They'll be gone to somebody else.
They will. And the reality is, Sonia, you've seen even in my business, I just keep getting referred because people say, oh my God, I heard about you. You're the kick-ass coach, they call me. And people come to me and say, oh my God, Sonia can help me organize. Sonia can get me the press. Sonia can do this. And I was like, yes, don't come to me. Go to Sonia. She is the person. And if you're just joining us, guys, you are on the first episode of the Purposewalk podcast, where we interview thought leaders who are walking in their purpose. And today I had the amazing, on my sofa here, I call it my sofa, my visionary, invisible sofa. I have the amazing Sonia Poleon, who is on here telling us about how she helps you to A, master your hustle, and B, gives you visibility. And let me ask you one question again, because I really want to understand this. what is the favorite thing? I know you do a lot of things, and you have done a lot of things. The shoe shop. When you spoke about it, I heard the passion there.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite thing about your work that you do now?
What's my favorite thing? I really, really do love the radio aspect of what I do. But if you're talking about working with clients, I love the bit where I can get into their brain and they start to realize the amount of skills and ability and the talents that they have. When they start to look at it, they're like amazed. They are blown away themselves. And I think to myself, yeah, well, job is done right there. The job is done right there.
Oh, I love that. And that's such great value. Now, Sonia, I know that you have some amazing plans for the future because I'm in the hashtag the no. Sonia, tell us what, I'm just so excited that you're my first guest because, I'm just so, I'm getting hot in here, guys, if you could see.
Take off all your clothes.
A plan for your future girlfriend.
Well, listen, 2017 is going to be an amazing, 2016 was an amazing year. And the other day I took time to sit down and write out all the stuff that I had done. And I just didn't realize how much things I had accomplished in 2016. You know, I've had 2 best-selling books. Right, I've traveled extensively. Right, but next year I'm working on, in January, the 3rd of January, I'm starting my anthology. Okay, and it's called Blind Spot. Right, what the eyes didn't see. Go ahead.
Sonia, can I just take you back? I'm so sorry, but let me just take you back. I want to take you back to something, girlfriend. Yeah. I want to take you back to something. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this question. Tell us about your exploits in the US. Tell us about your exploits in the US, girlfriend. Sorry.
Okay, so let me go back a little bit. So if you're on this podcast and you're listening, right, you must know the power of a book. Now, if you don't know Ava, you'll know. If you don't know her, I'm telling you now, she is a book coach, all right? So she will help you. She says something about getting the book out of your gut, all right? But so I got my book out of my gut. So what happened was, I had this article that was in the Evening Standard, on radio, on Evening Standard, The Guardian, and all these other magazines, all right? So all these other newspapers. And the media picked it up. They contacted me. And it just blew out of the water. A PR person put it on Facebook. I watched it for 3 whole days. It just exploded. And I thought, well, I need to do something with it. So I wrote a book, right? And, if you're listening, you don't know, Ava helped me to get this book finished, seriously, when I was stressed out of my head. But she said, don't worry, girlfriend, just give it to me, I'll sort it all out. And so that book has opened up so many doors for me. And I was recently in America. I went to New Orleans and I went to...
Did you went to Mardi Gras, girl?
No, babes. That's in... went to the Mardi Gras. Went to Mardi Gras, isn't that in New York?
Oh, I thought it was New Orleans. Like, hello. Well,
no, I didn't have time because I was flitting from state to state, babes. So I went to New Orleans and I'd done 2 TV channels in New Orleans. Then I went to South Carolina and I'd done another one over there. I'm waiting for Steve Harvey to get back to me.
Hold on. Let's get a drum roll.
Yeah.
This is Steve Harvey.
Yes. Awesome. I'm waiting for Steve Harvey's team to get back to me so that I'll know if I'm been, because they're really interested in my story. But he's in the middle of giving up what he's doing now. So I'm not too sure. If I don't get to Steve Harvey, I'm going for Good Morning America.
Awesome stuff. That's how we roll here on the Purposewalk podcast. We tell you that we only talk to thought leaders we only talk to thought leaders who are walking in their purpose. And if there's nobody else that I know is walking in purpose, it's this homegirl here. Let me tell you what, she's interviewed the likes of Lisa Nichols, Eric Thomas, and I know that she has some, I can't say it because I'll be taking too much away, I'll be talking too much, and I want to zip my lip and put it in my pocket. But this girl has some people in her Rolodex, Sonia Poleon. So you're going to be doing what next year again? Because some of our listeners need to get that again.
Okay, so in January, I'm starting my anthology. So it's called Blind Spot, What the Eyes Didn't See. So a friend of mine, for example, Tesco's home shopping, all right? Yeah. So he started home shopping and Tesco's approached him and said that they wanted to buy his business. So he actually told them about how the business operates, and they stole his idea. Then he had to take them to court, etc., etc. So that was a blind spot. So I'm starting that in January. It's going to be absolutely epic and amazing. I've got already 8 people have signed up. I'm just looking for 2 more people, and then the book launch is going to be in July, and it's going to be absolutely smashing. So I've got TV lined up. I'm starting my own TV channel.
Hold on. You don't just drop that on Purposewalk podcast, girl, and just run along. What did you say?
So no, I said I'm starting my own TV channel, but that's naughty. What I should have said is I'm starting my own TV show.
Thank you.
Visibility.
So guys, wait. You can't just drop it like it's hot and run away. But she's starting. If you're not following this woman, she's going to give you her details in a minute. She is starting her own TV show. Now, I'm going to put in my application. Hello, world. Sonia, that's amazing. I just want to congratulate you on that, because that's a bold step. Instability, and I know that that's going to be amazing, because I see the planning behind the scenes, and I just want to say that I just love your love and your heart for wanting to give visibility to others. So you're going to start your own TV show. Can we get a little bit of peek into it? Come on, you'll hear it first on the Purposewalk podcast, everybody.
Okay, so it's called Visibility with Sonia, and it's going to be more business orientated. Yeah. And so people who have a business and they want more exposure, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give them visibility and exposure on a TV. So I'll still have the radio, okay? And for people to come on my TV show, yes, there is going to be an application. There has to be a process, because it's a little bit, well, not a little bit different from radio, a lot different from radio. And I need to make sure that everybody knows what the requirements are.
Fantastic, Sonia. So we're going to be looking out for that. I'm sure we'll have Sonia on again when we start a TV program, just to understand how we can get some more thought leaders over on her sofa. Yeah. It's been such an amazing pleasure having you here. But before you go, I'm going to put you in the hot seat, right?
Yes.
You have a hot seat here where I'm going to ask you to tell the listeners 2 things. Yeah. One less life lesson in business, and one thing that we don't know about you. So it's called the hot seat. And for those of us who are going to come on the hot seat on the podcast, remember to get your hot seat ready. One lesson. No, I know you didn't know about this because you weren't meant to be told. Yeah. So one thing that you want to give, one business advice to people out there about visibility.
Okay, so ask. The big ask, all right? So if you want visibility and you know somebody who's on radio or on TV, okay, or somebody who writes articles. So I'm also a blogger I'm a contributor for Huffington Post, all right? So if people want to get exposure, they need to ask. Not everybody's going to, they need to ask.
Don't stop flooding her email, okay, and asking her stuff. You must ask, and I believe.
But also, so when people ask, they still have to qualify. They still have to qualify to come to either for me to write an article about them, for them to come onto my radio show, and in future to come onto my TV show. So they can ask, but it doesn't mean that they'll get yes. But also, sometimes when people tell you no, for me, if somebody tells me no, they tell me no now. In the future, you're going to tell me yes.
But you know what, Sonia, I've come to learn, and I've done sales forever, and I do sales training now with businesses. And one of the things I keep telling when I'm training in workshops is that when people tell you no, you're closer to a yes. Every no is closer to a yes. Absolutely. Because sometimes no don't mean no, it means not now.
Exactly. Yes. And not at this moment. Yes.
Exactly. And many people walk away thinking, oh my God, the person said no, and the self-esteem goes on the window. Then you're able to coach you, of course, to get it back up. But then no sometimes mean it's not appropriate right now. And in business, not everything is aligned. Now, Sonia, guys, if you've just joined us, we're just about to wrap up the Purposewalk podcast, our first episode with the amazing visibility and strategist, I'll call it the visibility strategist, Sonia Poleon. Sonia, how can my listeners get in touch? No, back up, because I made a mistake there and we said no fluff. What is that one thing we don't know? You wanted to get away, didn't you?
No. What's the one thing that people don't know about me? I love popcorn and I love polos.
Oh my God, if I tell the one, and I won't say it on here. She loves polos and she loves popcorn. Yeah. And when she's on a diet, she just doesn't do polo, okay? Sonia, it's been such a great pleasure. Tell my listeners,
Mm-hmm.
how can they keep in touch with the amazing woman you are?
So they can go to my website, which is sonia-poleon.com.
Awesome.
Or if they need to speak to me, they can email me, and it is office@soniapoleon.com.
How about Twitter, girl? Are you on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter at Sonia Poleon. I'm on Instagram at Sonia Poleon, and I'm on Facebook at Sonia Poleon.
Everything
Sonia Poleon.
Sonia Poleon, okay? You can't get it wrong. Sonia, it's been my absolute pleasure having you today. Thank you for saying yes to the ask. And I really, really can't wait for this episode to come out. Mm-hmm. And for those of us who really want to join the Purposewalk podcast, please go to my website. It's avaeaglebrown.com. I am so delighted that you're listening. If you want to follow me on any social media platform, it's avaeaglebrown.com. It's Ava Eagle Brown. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. But most importantly, I would love you to share this podcast with your friends, with anybody you think some message in this episode might bless. Thank you so much for listening, and I see you on the next one.